After discovering this financial minimalism, I stopped creating budgets. You may assume that since this channel talks about money and finances for a job, we probably have spreadsheets, financial journals, or other such things. However, that is not the case, and it's because we discovered a better way to do it that works much better, which we will be sharing in this video. After learning and putting these few things into practice, you can greatly simplify and improve your finances and might never go back to budgeting. When you're attempting to start improving your money, one of the few tips and ideas you hear the most is to create a budget. Why then don't I do it? One explanation is that most people's attempts at budgeting always fail. For the most part, given how many people behave and think, it is just impossible to follow a budget just like how they aim to follow a diet, go to the gym, or consume just one potato chip. According to statistics, roughly 67% of people have a budget and 33% of those claim to not stick to it. Budgets are effective for a limited time, but in the long run, everyone breaks them for a variety of different reasons. People may have a spending issue, be driven to buy things because of something in their past, or be drowning in debt. What then do? We set a budget. But then 2 months from now, you're having a bad week. Your willpower has failed you and you've spent more money than you had planned because of a flat tire or an emergency. You say, I'm just going to grab one more of this stuff because I haven't paid any extra money in like a month. It's not really a huge deal. When the following month arrives and halfway through it, you've already over your budget. Screw that, this is very stressful and hard. I've got enough going on in my life, so I'm stopping. Just like how you stop going to the gym a month after the new year. Everything just goes back to normal, which is a part of life many individuals experience. However, kudos to you if you can maintain your budget plan, but that's not just something everyone can do. What then do? First and foremost, take a good hard look at yourself. This is, in my opinion, a much better strategy for the majority of people than simply declaring your frustration with your situation and making a budget. When you started to look at yourself, your spending habits, the costs of them, and just kind of your general life, instead of simply thinking, I need to spend less money because I need to spend less money, things really started to shift. The vast majority of people save whatever money remains at the end of the month after paying all of their bills. What they should do, however, is the reverse of that, where the ideal is to save money first and then spend it, along with a few of the many strategies that we'll be discussing later. By using this method, you can actually set aside more money for spending rather than saving, which sounds unpleasant and negative. Many people believe that this is going too far, although it's not actually that extreme. For me, it involved turning negative aspects of life into positive ones. You can be doing a job from 9 to 5 that you dislike. It might be quite distressing. You can be staying in locations that you knew would not be ideal for the long term. The location can be small or simply one of your city's poorest neighborhoods. You may want to quit your job because you simply cannot endure those nights, weekends, and holidays any longer. When you have a job you don't enjoy, or you don't want to stay in your creepy, scary place because you want to start having kids and do anything you want with your life, these can really be a wonderful motivation. Because of the unfavorable aspects of your life, you should take these to become more motivated and aware of what you need to save as much money as you can. You'll be able to move and live in a nicer home if you save this amount of money over the course of the next year, or if you can increase your savings rate to 50% or 75%. Many other people in the same situation as you had jobs they didn't enjoy and homes they didn't like to live in. One situation but two different mindsets. And a mindset can be a million times more powerful and effective than a budget. I believe that some people are overly preoccupied with the bad aspects of their lives, which are present in the lives of many people. We are all been through some stuff, but that might either serve as an inspiration to do better for your children and for yourself, or it could serve as an excuse for not improving because this happened to me, whatever happened to me, or everything is so wild right now. You can choose from a number of options in place of creating a budget. The first is to keep your eyes on the future while using the setbacks in your life as an inspiration. A large number of people would do this for like a day or two while they're very fed up and they go all out budgeting. Instead, they should establish a strategy to buy the next investment property or move, pay off debt, or whatever that is. For us, what we actually did was continue to be somewhat fascinated with money throughout the past couple of years or enhance our lives by watching, listening to, or reading books about these topics. All of this contributes to sustaining our focus on what really matters, which we are now sharing with you. So we really appreciate it if you subscribe to our channel. Of course, you need to also make some actions. The first one was starting out relatively simply or moving away from budgeting and other forms of restriction to just observing and tracking now. You should keep track of all of your credit card and bank accounts as well as all of your earnings and expenditures. Take 5 minutes at the end of the month to go through all of your bills and expenses and ask yourself, did these genuinely add value to my life? This is the point where it can truly start to change your perspective. You can lower your bills by spending less and additionally, set up an automatic transfer from a savings account to cover your monthly bills or an emergency fund. It's crucial to avoid criticizing or making fun of yourself when you are reviewing all of your costs at the end of the month. Just take a look at them, keep an eye on them, and begin to determine whether they are consistent with your objectives or your values. Instead of using a budget as an excuse not to spend money, stop spending money on yourself. Anytime you are going to spend money, consider whether it is a good use of your life, especially if you don't make a lot of money from your job. When you spend money, you should ensure that you receive something worthwhile in return. You want to check that you are moving toward your goals. Minimalism can truly benefit you when you've come to the realization that few of the things you were spending your money on were actually necessary. Even if you wanted them right away, it won't matter a thing to you in 5 minutes. Few items on that list of 50, 100, or 500 things actually contribute much worth or happiness to your life, regardless of whether you own them or not. After a few months of doing this, the idea that this doesn't actually add anything will start to stick into your head whenever you go spending your money. Most likely, the answer to the question, will I be any different whether I bought this thing or not? Will this add anything to my life, is no. However, when you consider other things such as quitting my job, moving to a different house, starting an investment, saving money for my children's college, or giving money to people, will those things change my life? It will indeed. That was essentially the shift that started. Get in the habit of asking yourself, can I get the highest benefit out of this? With minimalism, you don't have to purchase a lot. Alongside that, try to really focus on staying motivated towards your goals, working to improve yourself, saving money, and assuring that you have the important things like you can easily take a month off or 6 months off or move somewhere. You'll have that financial freedom, and that freedom is a lot more valuable than stuff. We hope you learned something from this video. If you do, consider checking out this video or playlist that we made. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. This is the Financial Fortune, and thank you for watching.